Hi everyone. Usually Will and I do these videos together, but I wanted to touch base real quick about a post that I made yesterday on Mysteries Explained. I want to go a little further into detail and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. But I made a post yesterday about never paying for a paranormal investigation. Now, a lot of people agree and then there are some that don't agree. Let me tell you where I'm coming from. When I started in this field, I started with just doing ghost tours. So I was a business, okay? And I was charging people to do this tour. All right. And I was getting approached a lot of times by people with paranormal concerns. And I wanted to do more than just take people's money, okay? I felt bad just taking people's money. So I went ahead and I reached out to another paranormal group. And at that time, this paranormal group was TAPS affiliated. So Ghost Hunters, if you're familiar with them. And I trained with them. And everything I learned was the morals of TAPS, okay? And that is to never charge, try to debunk, all these things. Things that I took, very personally because these are things that I always believed in myself. Well, unfortunately, the group I trained with, they're no longer together. They had quit years ago, and I formed my own group. And when I formed my own group, Tucson Ghost Society, I took these morals that I learned and transferred them to my team. Now, here's what I want people to understand. I personally, and this is a personal opinion, and there are many others that I know will feel the same, will not charge for an investigation, okay? And I'm going to get to why in a minute, okay? But if you are seeking to do an entertainment type thing or ghost hunt or, go to, these celebrity events and things like that, yes, you're going to pay. Okay, you're going to pay because the celebrities take the time to travel, be there, and they have to make a living doing that. Okay, so yes, you have to pay for certain things in this field, but that's more entertainment. Just like if you want to go see a psychic over, I want to connect with, my dead uncle or whatever. Yes, you're going to pay for that. Or if you say, I want to know my future and you go for, tarot card reading or anything like that. Those are things that, yes, you need to pay for because those are things you're seeking out. It's not you need help. You're seeking those things out. So charging for those things, completely normal, understandable. Doing tours, events like that, yes, you're going to pay. Not everything is for free in this field, okay? And I don't want people getting confused thinking that everything's for free. No, there are certain things you are going to pay for. Now, where I am saying that you shouldn't charge is if you are scared to go home at night because something is bothering you, you feel like you're being watched, and you call a team and you're asking the team, what is the issue? That you shouldn't pay for. And the reason I feel that you should not pay for that is because this field is so unknown. We cannot guarantee anything in this field. And sometimes it's not a ghost. That's one of the issues. It's not always a ghost. You feeling like you're being watched could be high EMF fields. It could be, because of exposed wiring or something like that. It's not necessarily a ghost. So if you're paying a paranormal team $100 an hour, 2,000, 20 grand, whatever it is to go in there and it turns out not to even be a ghost, why did you just do that? And that's going to look bad for the team. It's going to cause you issues. It's morally wrong in my opinion. Now, I do understand that some teams, charge to cover expenses, what have you. But Tucson Ghost Society, we don't do that. We stay within our range. We know what we can afford. We know what we can do. And we're never going to charge because of the fact that we don't overdo it. And I believe that's what, a lot of people need to do. If you can't afford to travel, then don't travel. Don't do it so you're not charging the client. Now, I know it's so controversy and it's so back and forth. And people are like, well, doctors charge and, all this other stuff. Yes. Doctors can prove things though, and they can help heal you by, doing certain things, okay? And what I mean by that is if you have a broken bone, okay, this is the perfect example. If you have a broken bone, they're going to take an x-ray. They're going to prove to you, look at the x-ray. Your bone is broken. Paranormal investigators, we can bring you evidence, but even with that evidence, is it 100% this is a ghost? Not necessarily. So it's really hard for us to be able to charge people if we can't 100% without a doubt prove this is what it is. So that's my point of why we shouldn't charge, because even though we are offering a service, even though we are volunteering our time, we still can't 100% guarantee that it is, Uncle Bob, or that we can get rid of whatever it is. So it's hard. And this field is supposed to be about helping others and finding answers. And because of that, that's another reason I feel we shouldn't charge. So again, I go by the TAPS method. Ghost Hunters was a show I truly admired. I loved Grant Wilson and everyone on Ghost Hunters. There's too long of a list to name everyone on it, but I loved that show. I admired that show. That's where I took my information from, so to say. I know there are teams out there that are charging a lot of money. Please don't pay a lot of money for investigations when nothing is guaranteed. But again, if you want to go on a tour, an event, yes, you're going to pay. And sometimes, yes, they are expensive, because you got to stop and think, these people that are coming out here, they have hotels, food, airplane tickets, the cost of the location. Yeah, that stuff adds up. Granted, we want to make everything, fairly priced and all that stuff, but still, it does add up. If you want to do a tour, if you want a tarot card reading, if you want to connect with your Uncle Bob, this stuff you are going to pay for. But please don't pay for investigations. In my personal opinion, that's a big no-no. And look up who you're letting in your house. This is another very important one, because there are teams forming all the time and they're not trained. They just go in there not knowing what they're doing. Granted, there are no college courses, so to say, and no degrees, but still, my team, I trained with another team to begin with, and my team, we always study. We never stop studying. We constantly keep studying. We constantly learn more about this field, and that's what this is about. We know what the equipment does. We know, the faults of the equipment. We've done videos on YouTube about this. We'll continue to do videos about this. But interview your team. Don't just let anyone in the house. Make sure the team is established, that they have pictures so you know who's coming into your house. You got to be careful. This field is so easy to take advantage of people and have people taken advantage of. And this is something that I'm very passionate about, because I don't want to see people taken advantage of. So please be careful. Please understand the difference between paying for something and not paying for something. And just be smart. That's the whole point to all of this. Just be smart. I want to help people. I have a passion for this, and I really hope to make a difference. And I'm really trying, and I'm really hoping that somehow this helps. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me. The email is tucsonghostco@hotmail.com. You can find us all over social media. And we will be back to doing educational videos as soon as we can. It's just our schedule's been very hectic. So thank you all. Goodbye.